The 1962D Lincoln 1-cent coin, also known as the 1962D Lincoln Memorial Penny, is a remarkable piece of American numismatic history that carries with it the legacy of President Abraham Lincoln, the evolution of U.S. coinage, and the enduring symbolism of the penny in American culture. Minted at the Denver Mint, denoted by the small d mint mark beneath the date, 1962, on the obverse side, this coin is composed primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, which gives it a distinctive reddish-brown color that can develop beautiful natural toning over the decades. The obverse of the 1962D penny features the famous right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. The inscriptions on the obverse include, "In God We Trust," above Lincoln's head, "Liberty," to the left, and the date, 1962D, to the right, signifying its year of issue and Denver Mint origin. The reverse of the coin proudly displays the Lincoln Memorial, an image that replaced the earlier wheat ears design in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, designed by Frank Gasparo. Above the memorial are the words, "United States of America," below it, 1 cent, and across the top of the structure is the motto, "E pluribus unum," meaning, out of many, one, symbolizing national unity. The 1962D Lincoln penny had an extraordinarily large mintage. Over 1.75 billion coins were struck, making it one of the more common dates of the Lincoln Memorial series, though its historical and cultural value remains immense. While circulated examples are typically worth their face value or slightly more, uncirculated coins, especially those with original red luster, can be highly collectible. In Mississippi 65 gem uncirculated condition, the coin's value can range from a few dollars to higher amounts depending on the quality of the strike, the brilliance of the luster, and the absence of contact marks. Exceptional specimens graded Mississippi 67, red or higher by PCGS or NGC can command prices in the hundreds due to their scarcity in pristine condition. Errors and varieties, such as die cracks, repunched mint marks (RPMs), off-center strikes, and double die obverses, can add further intrigue and value to 1962D cents. One notable error variety is the 1962D RPM, repunched mint mark, where the D was struck more than once in slightly different positions, making these pieces more desirable to collectors. From a historical perspective, the year 1962 was part of an important era in American history. The early 1960s were marked by the height of the Cold War, the presidency of John F. Kennedy, and major social changes. The Lincoln penny continued to serve as a symbol of equality, honesty, and unity during a time of transformation. The use of copper in the 1962D penny also connects it to an older era of coin production before the U.S. Mint switched to copper-plated zinc in 1982, making this coin one of the last full copper-era cents still commonly found in circulation today. Collectors appreciate it not only for its design and composition but also for its role as a tangible link to mid-20th century America, a period when coins were still primarily made from precious metal alloys rather than cheaper substitutes. Over time, many 1962D pennies have developed different surface colors, ranging from red road to red-brown RB to brown BN depending on how they were stored, each tone telling its own story about the coin's preservation journey. The Lincoln Memorial reverse design is itself deeply symbolic. If you look closely under magnification, you can see the tiny statue of Lincoln seated within the memorial, replicating the real monument in Washington, D.C., a feature that makes the design both artistic and historically significant. The inclusion of this minute detail showcases the mint's engraving precision at the time. Over the years, the Lincoln Memorial penny became an everyday ambassador of American ideals, circulating through millions of hands and representing the continuity of national values across generations. Despite being small in denomination, the penny carries vast sentimental and cultural importance, it's a coin that connects ordinary people to the enduring image of Lincoln's leadership and humanity. In conclusion, the 1962 Lincoln 1-cent coin is more than just a piece of copper. It is a timeless symbol of American history, artistry, and everyday life. It embodies the evolution of U.S. minting technology, reflects the transitionary period between old and modern coin compositions, and honors one of the nation's greatest presidents. Whether found in an old jar, inherited collection, or preserved in a numismatic holder, the 1962 penny continues to capture fascination for its design, abundance, and subtle variations that make each coin unique. Collectors treasure this coin not for its rarity but for its story, its role as a witness to decades of economic and cultural change. In mint condition, it gleams as a reminder of the U.S. Mint's craftsmanship, while circulated examples bear the gentle marks of time, telling the quiet history of the countless pockets, purses, and hands through which they have passed. Each 1962 Lincoln cent remains a small but enduring piece of America's vast and intricate monetary heritage, standing as both a tribute to Abraham Lincoln's legacy and a testament to the humble beauty of the nation's most iconic coin. Please like and subscribe my channel. The 1-cent United States of America 2012 Lincoln penny is a small yet significant modern coin that represents the long legacy of the U.S. cent series and the enduring image of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small letter D under the date 2012 on the obverse, the coin continues the Lincoln design tradition that began in 1909. Marking over a century of honoring Lincoln on the nation's lowest denomination coin. The obverse front features the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, originally created to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth in 1909. This portrait shows Lincoln facing right, a symbol of strength, dignity, and the perseverance of American ideals. Above Lincoln's head are the words, "In God We Trust," while to the left appears the word, "Liberty," and to the right is the date, 2012, followed by the mint mark, D, for Denver. The reverse back of the 2012 Lincoln penny displays the Union Shield design, introduced in 2010 as part of the new reverse motif representing Lincoln's preservation of the Union during the Civil War. The shield has 13 vertical stripes joined by a single horizontal bar at the top, symbolizing the unity of the original 13 states under one government. Across the bar is the inscription, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one, which is one of the foundational mottos of the United States. The shield design was created by Lyndall Bass and sculpted by Joseph Mena, both artists with the U.S. Mint, who wanted to represent the strength and resilience of a united nation. The denomination, 1 cent, appears boldly across the lower portion of the shield, and the legend, United States of America, curves across the top edge. The composition of the 2012 penny is primarily 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, a standard composition adopted in 1982 to replace the heavier and more expensive solid copper planchettes used before that time. Each coin weighs approximately 2.5 grams, measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter, and has a plain edge. The coin was struck in massive numbers, over 4 billion pieces, at the Denver Mint, making it a very common circulation coin, yet collectors still value certain high-quality examples, such as uncirculated MS and proof-like pieces, for their luster, strike sharpness, and absence of wear. When preserved in pristine condition, such coins can be found in mint sets or rolls, and can command a modest premium above face value. However, error coins, those with die cracks, double dies, off-center strikes, or plating bubbles, can be particularly sought after by numismatists, sometimes valued from a few dollars to several hundred depending on rarity and visual appeal. Historically, the Lincoln penny series has been a symbol of the American spirit, representing humility, hard work, and the enduring memory of a leader who guided the country through one of its most difficult eras. The continuation of this coin design in 2012 also reflects the U.S. Mint's commitment to blending tradition with modernity, as the coin's production combines state-of-the-art minting technology with over a century of artistic heritage. The Denver Mint, identified by the D Mint mark, has produced billions of coins since its establishment in 1906 and remains one of the key facilities responsible for distributing circulating coinage across the western United States. Each 2012 D penny passed through highly automated presses that struck planchettes at extreme speed and precision, producing hundreds of coins per minute, ensuring consistency in design and quality. While the face value of the coin is only 1 cent, its symbolic value far exceeds its monetary worth. It is a piece of art, a teaching tool for American history, and a tangible connection to the nation's cultural and political legacy. In educational contexts, it helps introduce children and new collectors to numismatics, the study of coins, because of its accessibility and historical depth. In terms of market value, most circulated 2012 D pennies remain worth only face value, but those in mint state grades of Mississippi 67 or higher, certified by grading services such as PCGS or NGC, can reach values between $10 to $40 or more, depending on strike quality and luster. Exceptionally rare error varieties can exceed $100 or more. Overall, the 2012 D Lincoln Shield cent is not just a modern coin but a reflection of a long-standing national story, the enduring respect for Abraham Lincoln, the preservation of the Union, and the continuous evolution of U.S. coinage design and technology. Every detail, from the inscriptions and mint mark to the metallic composition, tells a part of America's story of resilience, unity, and history encapsulated in a single, modest, copper-colored cent that continues to circulate in the hands of millions across the nation and around the world. Please like and subscribe my channel.